Welcome to the Ultra Universe. Okay, you there?
Am I supposed to be?
Yeah, you're kind of supposed to
Mm,
be.
Uh,
Okay, well, I guess it's my turn to pick the topic, isn't it?
sure.
No, let's talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, since Miles Morales.
Miles Morales is now in the Fortnite item shop.
So let's give him a few words.
hmm
Miles Morales is cool.
Yes.
We gave him word.
Mm. He's also a very unique Spider-Man with different powers. Yep.
Such as
Uh,
drumroll, please.
the Venom shock and going invisible.
That's called camouflage.
Okay. So he's basically a chameleon, actually, not a spider.
Chameleon, man.
Chameleon. Okay, but let's go back to the first ever Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's movies.
That's technically not the first Spider-Man. First Spider-Man is technically the first ever comic Spider-Man.
I meant the movies. I meant the movies.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yep, and I'll let you start us off for this one.
Tobey Maguire's journey begins, well, outside of the school bus. Freaking trying to kill that thing. No, he's running late, as always, because it's Peter Parker, which I don't understand how he manages Spider-Man in life, because look at him, he's Peter Parker.
Yep.
Like, do you know how Peter Parker Peter Parker? Do you know how Peter Parker gets
Don't confuse the
exactly?
audience.
Oh, well, I'll do what I want.
Hmm.
My podcast.
Actually, it's not your podcast.
I said it's my podcast too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah. You go over Tobey Maguire, I'll go over Andrew Garfield, then you'll go over Tom Holland, then I'll go over Miles Morales.
So anyway, Peter Parker's class is going to a science lab for a field trip before they graduate high school. But there, Peter Parker gets bitten by a spider, and now he has spider powers, consisting of the spider sense, spider agility, and he can make organic webs. The four villains he faces are Venom, Sandman, Green Goblin, and Doctor Otto Octavius. He can lose his powers by stress and anxiety.
Did you mention that by the end Sandman turns good?
I haven't gotten to that, but you just spoiled it. Anyway, like what he just said, um, oh, and Harry Osborn hates Spider-Man. Harry Osborn is Peter's best friend. Now over to Andrew Garfield.
Okay, so this backstory is is a little different than Tobey Maguire's. So he's in love with this girl Gwen Stacy, and also wants to know how why his father left and stuff. So he goes to a science lab where Gwen Stacy, where Gwen Stacy worked and his father used to work. So he splits up from the group he's in, which was a dumb idea, and decides to go into this room. He presses the button, spiders start coming out everywhere. He manages to escape the room, but not without a spider on his neck. It bites him. And here we become Spider-Man. He makes his own suit, makes his own webs. He's not like Andrew. I mean, he's not like Tobey Maguire. He has to make his own webs. And the first villain, we have the Lizard. Dr. Connors. Obsessed with making people into like reptiles and stuff. So he turns himself into a lizard and then tries to make the whole world a lizard. Into lizards. But Peter Parker comes out of nowhere. Pow, pow, pow. And cures him. But not without the death of Gwen's dad. George Stacy. And he makes Peter promise that he'll leave Gwen out of it. And here we come to the next movie. Number 2. So, this is when this Harry gets introduced. Which we'll get more into that in a sec, but he's not important right now. So Max. He is shutting off a machine, but accidentally falls into a vat of electric eels. Turns into Electro. Peter Parker is fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, but nothing seems to work until Gwen Stacy gets in the mix. And it's like, we need to overload him, and they overload him. He explodes into electricity, and yeah, that's where you'd think this story would end, but no. Harry comes out of nowhere as Green Goblin, takes Gwen, and sadly kills her. Peter tried to save her, did not work. And then we have a scene at the very end where he is about to fight the Rhino, and we haven't gotten another movie since. So, yeah.
But we're about to.
Yeah. Anyways, off to your turn about Tom Holland.
Yes, good old Tommy. We don't get too much backstory on him, considering the fact that we first meet him in Civil War. But what we do know is that he has had the spider powers for 6 months. And he's like Andrew, except it's a little more quicker. And he can't really do what Andrew and Toby can see, because in their spider sense they can see in slow motion. But in his hair only like raises up. So that sucks. But he fights Thanos. He fights Captain America. He fights Thanos again. He almost got killed by Star-Lord. He's fought the Vulture. He's fought Mysterio. And he has fought all the villains mentioned in the past, except Venom. But we'll get Venom soon enough.
Hopefully.
But in No Way Home, spoilers, Peter makes everybody forget who he is. Meaning, his identity is erased.
Yeah, and Aunt May also dies.
Except Uncle Ben, which we both forgot to mention for both our Peters.
We did. Uncle Ben's not that important.
Even if he died several times.
Yeah. Okay, well, is it my turn to talk about Miles?
Nope. Because I want to address something. How did Peter buy the apartment without any identity?
Wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. That's a goddamn fucking motherfucking ass good point.
But then we get to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Because if you didn't notice already, there's something that was hinted towards, but we just never really got into. Which was, in fact, Doctor Strange might remember Peter. Anyway.
Dude, I'm gonna need you to explain that one to me real quick.
Anyway.
No. I'm gonna need you to explain that one to me.
Okay. So, you saw Multiverse of Madness, so why do I need to explain this to you?
Because why do you think he might remember him? All he mentioned was Spider-Man, not his name or anything.
Yeah, but he remembers the incident. Which,
yeah, but he doesn't remember who Spider-Man is. He doesn't remember who Peter Parker is. He remembers Spider-Man, but he doesn't remember who...
You gotta remember, Peter had his mask off when he wanted Strange to cast the spell. So...
he doesn't remember who Peter is.
No, you're missing the point. Peter had his mask off, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, Strange has to have remembered the face. Not the identity, the face.
Yeah,
so,
that doesn't mean he remembers
maybe
Peter.
in a future Marvel movie, maybe in the next Doctor Strange, it'll be confirmed that Strange remembers Peter because of, like, the incident and stuff. But we don't know that for sure yet. And plus, there's still theories going on. Anyway, on to Miles freaking Morales.
Okay, we're coming on to the best Spider-Man movie ever. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Nope, the best Spider-Man movie so far is definitely No Way Home.
This is an argumentative podcast, so we'll just say. Okay, so Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse starts off with Miles running to school. And, no, we can skip all this. Okay, so the way he gets bitten. His uncle his uncle takes him down to a train place where he used to work to do graffiti.
And Peter Parker.
What?
Peter Parker dies.
We're not at that part yet.
Still, Peter Parker died.
We're not at that part yet.
And plus, Peter's hair is blonde. Kind of weird.
Yeah, in this movie, his hair's blonde. Well, at least that dimensions Peter. And then we... okay, so yeah, like I said, he's doing graffiti. The spider crawls on his hand and bites him. Bites him on the hand. It looks like it's going to be a big deal, but then Miles just swats it off his hand. And then, now, he goes back to the train station. And he's hearing some noise. And, it's Spider-Man fighting the Green Goblin, which is way different in this movie than, like, any other movie.
Bro, built different.
Like, seriously. And, like he said, Peter dies. But, a kind of super collider thing goes off. And brings in all these different Peters and Spider-Man. And Spider-Man. Or Spider-Woman. Which brings us to him finding Peter B. Parker.
Oh, yes, Peter B. We all love Peter B.
The old fat Spider-Man. Peter B. agrees to train him. And as they are robbing a... oh, wait. Okay, so at Miles' new school, he grabs Gwen's shoulder and does, hey. like
Hey,
as his uncle
hey.
told him to. And then a lot of stuff happens from there. And then they are robbing a lab, as which Gwen has to come save him as Spider-Man. Then then we go to Aunt May's house, and we find 3 other Spider-Man. We have the Japanese Spider-Woman. I don't remember her name. Then we have Spider-Ham and Spider-Noir. They all tie up Miles in his room because they think that he's not ready. But he says, fuck no. And bursts out.
Really, he doesn't really say that. Like he says.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
I will mute you. I won't forget to unmute you. No, I won't. I won't. Okay, so yeah, he helps out, and in the Super Collider, he does some awesome moves, and then Peter B says to Gwen, "We taught him that, right?" And she was like, "You sure didn't." And all the Spider-Man go back to their dimensions, and that's it until Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes out in like a week or 2.
I'm making a Miles Morales thing right now.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else we need to talk about Spider-Man?
Actually, there is a Spider-Man we forgot about. Which technically was the first film Spider-Man. No, I'm joking. Actually, there is another Spider-Man we need to talk about. Scooter-Man.
Nope. Okay.
No.
See y'all.
You're saying that outro wrong. Just saying. Guys, he's stupid.
The intro is "See you in the next universe."
You said intro.
No, the outro is "See you in the next universe."
Okay, well there you go. Say it then. Okay.
See you in the next universe.